Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome myself back to YouTube. This is part two of me sort of trying to figure out what I'm going to do with YouTube and what I want to talk about. I've been looking at my statistics, which I haven't really gone into a year, but I've gone into my YouTube analytics and I looked back at some of the old videos, and I find it really interesting that this channel started out 14 years ago. Mostly neglected since then, but I started off talking about law of attraction and spirituality and the teachings of Abraham Hicks and other channeled material, and I really like that topic. And I still have people looking at videos from 14 years ago saying, wow, this is great, good job, thanks, and they're subscribing based on really ancient videos. But I haven't talked about that kind of stuff for a long time because I myself go through cycles, years-long cycles of being really into spirituality, and then I back off from it and just try to apply what I've learned and just live it. And usually that results in a long, slow descent down into anger and frustration and being an unhappy bastard. So then I get back on the bandwagon again and shed some heavy energy and get back into spirituality. But I haven't brought a lot of that into my channel at all in many years. And then when I became an entrepreneur and quit working, the IT stuff and started doing internet marketing and then coaching for entrepreneurs, for heart-centered entrepreneurs, my channel started to talk a lot more about marketing and just internet-related stuff and how to do it with authenticity. And it's kind of ironic that here I am back again struggling with that same topic, how to be authentically me, maintain my mental health in the process without, focusing on the clicks and the views and the income that YouTube can potentially provide. But yeah, so the channel shifted directions, and then later, 3-4 years ago, I started building out a cargo trailer and converting that into an RV. And most of my views now come in through just 2 or 3, how not to jack up your cargo trailer conversion, or 7 ways to mess up your cargo trailer. So if you found my channel through that and you subscribed, then great, I'm glad you're here. But now that my cargo trailer is built and I started using it to travel, I ended up finding the land that I now own, the 22 acres that I'm on right now. So my intentions to travel around the country and visit national parks and take my motorcycle and video it and YouTube my journey just being a remote worker, working from national parks in that cargo trailer, well, that all came to a screeching halt when I bought this land and decided to start to build out an off-grid desert homestead in Arizona at the Mexico border, overlooking literally the international border with Mexico. So now I've owned this property for almost 2 years, and I started YouTubing that, but all of the editing and the thumbnail work, I found it very frustrating and challenging. So to build out my property and hold down a day job for 8, 9, 10 hours a day, depending on the day, and to be, a YouTuber of that journey, I found to be incredibly challenging. I don't have anyone helping me. I'm here by myself, except for Stanley, my dog. We're doing it all alone. I don't have a support team, and I'm not a good video editor. And even if I were, my editing software is buggy, and I would edit for hours only to have some glitch happen and it would all go down the toilet, which would bring a grown man to tears. So the channel has evolved. That's my point. I also think a lot about finance, investing, and Bitcoin. I talked about that a little bit on this channel. I think a lot about, what's the highest and best use of my time? Is it building out my land? Is it learning more about investing? Is it investing in my physical health? Is it journaling or getting organized? I really try to spend the vast majority of my time focused on things that are the highest and best use of my time. Unfortunately, I don't often prioritize just straight up fun in that, although fun is critically important for our mental well-being, and I don't do enough of that, but it's difficult living here where I do. I don't really love being around people. I love sharing on YouTube like this and sharing my journey and trying to help people and just see if anyone can benefit from my struggles and challenges and my sharing of those. It doesn't mean I want to go to a bar and be around people just to listen to live music, right? So I spend an incredible amount of time here alone, sort of in solitary confinement, just enjoying nature, watching the storms, especially now that we're in monsoon season here in southern Arizona, and just sitting on my deck and listening to the birds and just watching them battle it out over the bird seed that I put out. And I really like that. And I take a lot of photos and videos of nature and storms and flowers and, you know, rattlesnakes and tarantulas and things that cross my land. But I haven't really shared a lot of that either on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. So my point is there's a lot going on in this little pea brain of mine that I think is worthy of sharing, that someone could benefit from, but I don't want to change up what this channel is about every few years. So it's dawned on me that I should probably have multiple YouTube channels, but that just sounds like a headache. I could just take some of my videos and photos of nature and just dump them onto Instagram or Facebook and then link. But what I was really challenged with is editing in still photos, mixing it with the videos to do really good like storytelling, which is what gets clicks and makes for popular channels on YouTube. But storytelling really means editing in pictures and in audio and finding the right music and making things cinematographic. Cinema something. And man, that just takes hours that I do not have, since I have to do it all. I do all the cooking, all the cleaning, all the bill paying, all the building, all the day job holding down, all the, you know, dealing with Stanley, my dog. I mean, I've got literally no help. I have to cover all of it. And unfortunately, YouTube is the thing that had to go. But here it is, 14 months later, I'm back, sort of. I really do want to share on YouTube. But with all these different topics of the homesteading and the investment and the mindset stuff, and I think a lot about aging and my legacy and what I could share with people to help them out. You know, if I got hit by a bus tomorrow, have I done a good job improving the world, making it a better place than when I found it? Probably not so much, maybe a little bit. I try to be nice. I try to be generous. I try to be kind. But is that enough? I don't know. I think we all struggle with that a little bit. So I'm not sure if I'm going to just maintain this one channel and make it about whatever happens to be on my mind that day, or am I going to have multiple channels, or am I going to have multiple YouTube channels and then really kind of get back into the Facebooking, the Facebook page that represents All Mine Ranch, which is what I call this property, is All Mine Ranch. It has an official page that I neglect most of the time. I really would like to find some balance and bring all of these things together. So I'm sharing the most content, the right content, the most enjoyable stuff with you so that you, I don't know, to help you or to make your day brighter, to make your life better or something like that. I really don't know. But that is what is going through this little head of mine. I say little head because I literally, for my shoulders and everything, I feel like I have a small head. Maybe not, but that's what I always feel like. I've had a peanut head my whole life, which is ironic because my son Ryder, he got a big old pumpkin head, don't you, boy? That's right, you do. Man, I should call you a man now. He's 18, damn near 19, which is crazy to think about the passage of time. Oh, and as I was saying in the previous video that got botched and the audio didn't record right, you know, maybe sharing, you know, my life through YouTube is another way to connect with my son, since we don't communicate very much and he's busy, but he is subscribed to this channel. So maybe just by sharing some of my wisdom and struggles and challenges, we can relate more on a, you know, peer-to-peer level, not a father-son level, perhaps. And if I did get hit by a bus tomorrow, having, you know, hundreds or even thousands of, you know, YouTube videos recorded would be some kind of legacy for him, so that, or for anyone in my family who might want to say, I'd like to hear Ryan's voice today. Let me go watch one of his old videos, since I can't just call him up in the afterlife, right? So YouTubing is a way for me to record myself and perhaps create a legacy. And again, since I quit 14 months ago, I haven't done a great job of that. But I'd like to start again. So again, no promises. Let me know what you'd like to hear about. If you really want to see the homestead build and photos of how I'm building out actual buildings and putting in solar and water and power systems, I've got a lot more to do in the solar world. And then eventually I can start building out the main building, which will be my real house. I've been in this tiny house now for what, 7 years? And while I love the tiny house and it's definitely been the best investment of my time and money that I could have ever imagined or done, I'm sick of it. I need more space. I'm tired of everything being underfoot and having to shuffle things around on my desk and in my kitchen and on the floor constantly just because space is at a premium. So I now have an 1,100 square foot future house that is the last thing to build out on this land before I can call this project done. Although of course it's not going to be done for truly ever. That's something I could record and share with you. I got to know if you're interested in that though, or if you'd rather just hear me ramble on about Bitcoin or law of attraction, or just share how I'm feeling on any given day. So do me a favor, let me know what you're interested in. I'm not going to focus on views, clicks, and subscriber count or income from YouTube. Just so you know right now, I think YouTube still sends me about $100 about every 4 months. So maybe I'm making $1 a day at most on YouTube, just from people visiting my old videos. I worked really hard to get this channel monetized, and if I just quit and walk away, I feel like all that was a waste. It's a shame, you know, now that I am monetized, it would be nice to have some supplementary income. I could perhaps accelerate my retirement if I really figured out, you know, and solved the YouTube problem and really got, you know, tens of thousands of viewers and clicks. You know, maybe it could produce enough income to help me, you know, quit my day job a year earlier than I intend to, which right now is looking at about, you know, the year 2030. 7 years from now is my rough plan, to stop working 40 hours a week for the man and do something maybe just part-time or just side hustles or something like that. So that's what's on my mind. So let's consider this part 2 of my 2 videos I've done today. So thanks for watching. Share your thoughts. Let me know what kind of content you most care about. And I'll be in touch. Peace out.